Hello my lovelies, Rob here from Kickback Garage. Well, today has come, finally. I'm going to try and start up the Lambretta TV175. Now, I bought some petrol. I have filled it with 3% Castrol Power 1. And we'll see how it goes. I'm a bit worried really, because I really don't want to use any more time on this scooter. Anyway, grab a coffee. See you after the intro. Messing around with these cameras, batteries going flat.
Markerte det med regn, alle sprang I lag og ville komme under tak. Ingen av oss merket at du hadde falt ifra. Hvorfor valgte du å dra? Hvem I faen kunne se den komme? Da høsten tok over, sa vi hadde brått la oss sommer.
Right, well this build has been a complete nightmare. I've used a lot more time on this than I wanted to. Mainly because I had the bent frame issue. If you haven't seen how I fixed that, then I'll put a link to the top there on that video. I think it's that side somewhere. Should pop a link up at the top. Anyway, there was a couple of people that asked me how I was going to fit the Lambretta badges, or show how I fit them. Now I've done something completely different this time, because now the thing is, when I got this scooter back from paint, it was missing a lot of holes. Mainly these for the badges and a few holes for the runners as well. They've been welded up and filled up. And when I was drilling, when you had to drill the holes for the runners on the footboards, it was a complete nightmare. The drill slipped because some have been welded up, some have been filled up, and I got some cracks and some chips, but luckily they're all hidden under the runner strips. Now, the problem with this is, if they've been filled, then I get the nightmare where it cracks and it makes quite a big hole, and the paint around the hole falls off, and you're going to see that really well on the leg shield there. So what I decided to do is cheat, and it seems to have worked out all right, actually, to tell you the truth. Now, what I did was, you can't see it at all, it's really good. What I did was, I ended up taking these new Casa Lambretta badges and I cut the pins off, and I used a dab of a stuff called, what's it called? Tech 7, which is basically some bathroom super wonder glue stuff, and it's really, really tacky. It's not like your normal silicone, which can be a little bit runny. It's super tacky, so I put a tiny dab on my finger and then dabbed it on the back of the badge, and I held it in place. Like, obviously I've measured up the leg shield badges of Tourid, which I know are in the right place, and put some tape over the top where I was going to fit it, and just carefully placed it on the leg shield, and clamped to it so that it clamped down. But it seems to be stuck really well, and that glue is really good, and it won't damage the paint either. So that was win-win. As you saw there from the front, it's missing the Homecast, what's it called, the home cover itself, and I bought a repro one because the original one was bent out of shape. I think it was under the sandblasters or something. There was no way the original one was going to fit in there, so I bought a repro. I used quite a lot of time trying to get that so it fits perfectly in the front of the home cover, and I sent that along with, because that's why I sort of come to the conclusion, and sent it with the lid for the petrol filler. That was completely missing. It just, I remember taking it off, but it just didn't come back. So he is painting the home cover in this green colour, the, what's it called, Mardavela, the apple green. So that'll look really nice, I think. And obviously the tank lock here is going to make it in the white colour. So let's stick in some petrol. Now, the reason why I've got some anticipations of starting this thing is the fact that I bought 2 sets of Casa Performance Ducati ignition, and the first one I fit and I sent off to a friend, and he had all sorts of trouble starting it. and I think it was the CDI or the starter, but he used quite a long time trying to find out what was wrong with that. Obviously, Rimini, they were kind enough to replace the parts, but I really hope that I don't have any issues with this one. The first thing I think is a bit sketchy with a new tank, because this is a reproduction tank, is if it holds petrol where it's supposed to hold it. And I always check around the fuel tap as well. Not always. There can be a bugger sometimes to get the threads in at the right moment and get all that leak tight. But it looks as though it's... yeah, that's good. I'll feel up some. Now it's snowing outside, so I really hope that vanishes a bit quick, because then I can take it for a test run before I deliver it back to the owner. Right. That should be enough. Got about 4 litres in there. Yeah, so that's why I'm a little bit worried about starting it, because if this thing doesn't start how I wish it to start, like immediately, I really don't want to use more time trying to find out what's wrong with things. So, yeah. But the first thing I'm going to check, if it does start, the first thing I'm going to check is see if the lights work how they should do, because I'm a numpty. I'm not quite sure what's main and dip, although I did get some nice tips after the last video, wiring up the headset. And let's see how she goes. So the first thing to do, obviously, is turn on the petrol tap. Let's see if that's running. Yeah. Any leaks around the hose pipe? No leaks. Okay, so far so good. Now, what I think I'll do is, inside your head, try and bet how long it takes to start this. If it doesn't start, then yeah, then I'm going to be quite upset. But what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the ignition off, and I'll do the BSA Gold Star trick of turning the petrol on and filling the crank and the cylinder with petrol. So give it a couple of kicks without the ignition on, and hopefully maybe she'll even start first kick. Now that is optimistic. So ignition off. I give her a couple of prods. They're quite stiff, aren't they, when they're newly built? Right, I think we're ready. Let's turn on the ignition and see if she'll start up. 1 kick, 2 kick, 3 kicks. My guess is 3. Oh. Or maybe none. We'll start again, shall we? I'll turn the ignition key on. Maybe she'll start first kick. She's certainly got enough petrol down there. And I'm going to put the choke on as well. Try again. Oh, please. Nice one. They sound really nice, those BGM Sport exhausts. So I don't want to kill myself with fumes. I'll set up the idle and that afterwards. Although it's idling nice on the choke's on. How's the lights? Nice. On. Rear light works. Yeah. Let me open the garage door, lad. Hang on. Right, there she is, all buttoned up. Obviously, I have to wait until the weather changes a little bit, so I can take her outside and adjust the air screw and the tick over, ready for a test ride. Probably, hopefully, within a couple of weeks. It's -5 today. But if you remember the video when I got all the parts back from paint, I was pretty skeptical to this colour. I didn't think it'd look that good. But I have to say, I am completely wrong. I actually think this colour is nicer than my green. And I actually like as well. Normally, when you do a restoration job or a refurb like this, normally you would like paint the horn. If you're going to have a secondary colour, you paint the horn cast and the side panels, maybe the headset top as he has done here. But I really think it suits the style of the series too when you do the mudguard as well. I think it ties the colours in really, really nice. Now what I thought I'd do to end the video is take out my camera, my telephone camera, and give you some beauty shots, I reckon. I think it turned out to be absolutely lovely. Really looking forward to giving it a try, sorting out the carb and that, and mostly looking forward to ship it off to the owner. I've had his parts in my garage now for almost 1.5 years, and I'm getting a little bit fed up of it, and I'm really looking forward to clean up the garage and do some work on my own scooter for a change. Anyway, what do you think? Tell me what you think. Comment down below. And don't forget, if you like this sort of stuff, give me the old thumbs up, and please do subscribe to the channel, not far from 5,000 subs. And I'll see you all in the next one. Ta-ra!